Hello everyone, welcome to Club Reaction to St Mirren 2, Rangers 2 here on Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Apologies, it's a little bit late tonight. Let's just say my flight was delayed from where I was away watching the game today, and yeah, a wasted flight that turned out to be. I'm Scott Carney, I'm on my own today, and look, the only positive I can take from today's game, honestly, is the fact that it's 90 minutes less of Rangers that I need to watch this season. Today was as an end of season game as you would like. It was the same old thing that we've seen time and time again from this Rangers team, and a number of players just really going through the motions really today. Not a great game of football by terms of quality, pretty much throughout the game. A couple of bits of quality by Rangers with the 2 goals, and then everything else was just a car crash from there on in. Not an enjoyable game to watch. To see the kind of team going through, and yeah, if anything, it just highlights if these new owners that are going to come into the club now are going to have anything really about them, then they have to put some serious money behind rebuilding this squad. We're not physical enough. We don't have enough quality in the team. We don't have enough depth in the team. We don't have enough ideas in the team. We don't have enough. Well, the managerial appointment's going to need to bring some real tactics to it as well. It needs a kind of overhaul from kind of top to bottom. And yeah, I think I was maybe thinking we'd see something a little bit different for Rangers today, just again based on what Barry Ferguson's press conference was before the game. The way you were reading, the way I read it anyway, was like, okay, maybe there seems to be a wee bit of change of wind with the players, but clearly the players are just going through the motions in training and putting in the effort where it is, and when it comes to the game, they are putting in the same performance we've seen time and time again. And yeah, they have failed Barry Ferguson's task of winning, getting all 15 points from the remaining 5 games. They failed at the first hurdle, and yeah, that pretty much sums up the game. I could probably finish the podcast there, I'm not going to lie. However, the game itself, Barry Ferguson named a team, and they played a formation that, again, I can't really understand. I'm not going to lie. I don't think we need 3 centre-halves at St Mirren. No disrespect to St Mirren. Out of all the games that we have coming up, this is probably the easiest one out of the remaining 5. And no disrespect meant to St Mirren, but this isn't a game where we should be playing a back 3 or a back 5. It should be a game that we are playing our best players, or the players that deserve it and look up for it more. And yeah, I just presumed and thought and probably hoped more than anything that you would go back to a back 4. A more kind of standard flat 3 in the middle, and then 3 attackers with a bit of pace in the team. But we didn't. We seen the same thing. It was Kelly, Tavernier, Suter, Proper, Enciala, Jeff Date, Raskin, Rice, Diomande, Igaman and Dessers. For me, Igaman has to start through the middle. I am sick of now seeing him being the guy that has to try and link up the play. It's not his game to do that. It shouldn't be his game to do that, especially to accommodate a guy like Dessers. It should be Igaman that plays out right up front, and Tierney not making the starting at 11 tonight. I raised an eyebrow. Whether he's still getting back to full fitness, carrying something, whatever, I don't know. I've not had the time to, as I say, after full time, the things kind of came up, so I've not even had a chance to listen to any of the reaction, really. I've just come straight on when I've got the opportunity to do this, and just a bit of a baffling decision for me. It really was a bit of a confusing one, and yeah, this kind of back 5-3-2 thing doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I don't like it. I don't think it suits our game. And for whatever reason, Barry seems to think it will stop us conceding goals. But yet again, we concede another 2 goals, and the way that we concede them is schoolboy stuff, genuinely schoolboy stuff. The first 20 minutes was dreadful, really bad. Cyril Dessers misses an absolute sitter that he has to do better with. Controls it really well, don't get me wrong. Tries to put his left foot through it and nearly puts it out the stadium. It's an absolute shocker of a miss. St Mirren then follow that trend by also missing a sitter with a terrible kick out by Kelly. It's up there with the miss of the season, that one. It's probably a slightly easier chance than Dessers. Not that I'm trying to give Dessers any sort of leeway in the one that he missed, but St Mirren really should have been ahead at that point. And then the first bit of quality from Rangers leads to a goal from us. A really good pass from Rice into Raskin. Raskin turns, plays it to Dessers. Dessers a wee bit fortunate with the way he controls it and touches it, like Dessers tends to be, but he tucks it away with his left foot to make it 1-0. And I thought that's a really good goal. Really good goal. Kind of 50-50 half, really, between St Mirren and Rangers. I don't think anybody was showing any real great quality. The passing from both teams was honestly dire. But Dessers got ahead, and I was like, right, at least we're going to get into half-time 1-0 up. Of course we weren't, because dreadful defending. As Raskin was as good as he was in some points attackingly today, and the effort that he showed, he's sleeping for this one, in my opinion. Long throw into the box. Enciala doesn't deal with it. He should do better with it, there's no doubt. The Simon players kind of sandwiched in between Suter and Enciala. It kind of comes back to the middle of the box. Raskin's kind of caught on his heels a little bit, and it's fired in to make it one each, and that's the way it goes in at half time. Yeah, and you're just sitting going, no, of course, obviously we need to concede as soon as we get ourselves ahead in the game. And yeah, I'm just getting fed up watching this team. I think we're all really on the same boat now. I don't think many of us can really say that we're looking forward to the remaining 4 games of the season. As you're just kind of watching a team just clock in, really. They're not doing anything extra, doing anything more, showing any real effort, desire, pride, professionalism in their game. They all just want to hit the beach now. They really do. And that's to say, that's the only thing you can take from it. Second half, Rangers start pretty well, to be honest, and Raskin scores a really good goal. A pass from Dio into Raskin. Raskin turns, runs at the defence, kind of 5-6 yards maybe at them, and then fires home with his left foot into the bottom corner. And I thought, brilliant, really good, very good start. I was like, right, let's build on that. Rangers continue. But we don't. St Mirren just build themselves back into the game. We've seen it so many times before. They just build themselves back into the game, and the defending for this one is it's even worse. It really is just even worse than you've seen in the whole game. Tav's pulled inside. His man's left all on his own. Comes into the box, and it's a tap-in as easy as you like. It really is. Suter as well doesn't cover himself in much glory at all today. I kind of throughout it. Yeah, I just say we're playing the likes of Proper today. I don't get it. He's not part of Rangers' future. Barry Ferguson's expecting something different by doing the same thing. He's fallen into a trap of what previous managers have done. Just look at the previous results. We've all seen this. We all know what these players are going to put in. This is what they do, unfortunately. And it goes to 2 each, and yeah, that's pretty much all that she wrote. We had a few chances towards the end. None I would say that were kind of clear cut, and we should have scored. Should have done better with a few chances that we were in behind and down the left, down the right. Should have done better with cutbacks and really creating goal scoring opportunities, but ultimately we don't. The game finishes 2 each, and that's it. That's all I can really say. It highlights everything that we know what's wrong with the club, with the squad. There's no doubt now that Barry Ferguson will not be the Rangers manager going into next season. I can't see how he can be. I really can't. I can't fully blame him for the squad that he has. It's clear now that the problems within the squad run deep, but there is nobody in that squad. And I even Raskin alone, who's the one that stood out for me today in terms of just his sheer effort. It looked like he was going to try and do it all himself today, and he was cutting quite a frustrated figure on the pitch today. I think you could see it. He was frustrated with what was going on round about him. But nobody is not for sale. There's not one of them that you can say that we need to keep, Igaman included, unless you start seeing more of them through the middle and maybe kind of bend over backwards to keep them. But yeah, for me, I cannot wait for this season to be fully, completely done and over. Obviously now it's mathematically impossible for Rangers to win the league. That's not happening. We all know what happened earlier on this afternoon. And yeah, now we just have to muddle through these last 4 games and get to the end of it as quickly as possible. Big changes are needed now. Massive changes are needed. There is no response from these players. There's not players. Some of these players should be told that is it for them. That there shouldn't be a future for them. There's others that need developed. There's others that need properly coached. But we need an overhaul. We need an overhaul with the sporting director coming in, with the new manager coming in. We need a tactical shift. We need a personnel shift. All of the above. It's a massive job this summer, and I think it's clear as day now for us all to see. There was little response from Rangers today after so many days training, and as good as Barry Ferguson says the training was, it is not reflecting on what the players are putting out when they play, because it was just simply not good enough today. But again, you have heard me saying that far too many times this season. That'll do me for tonight. We'll be back midweek with more chat, I would imagine. I think hopefully Alistair will be back as well, and we'll have a further chat about what we've seen in today's game. The joys, the joys. I hope you can enjoy the rest of your weekend. I hope you can, and we will speak to you on Tuesday. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, all the usual stuff, and I'll speak to you later in the week. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Cheers, everybody.